'Tis I, Alycia. How are you? I hope you're doing well. First things first, if you're a fan of the Royals and you're over here crying into your Wheaties, this is not the video for you. There's no love lost over here, no tears are being shed, and nor is there any type of wailing to be had. So, with that being said, we're going to be now in this video looking into King Charles. Not Prince Charles. Now he is King Charles, the Sausage Finger King. We will be looking into him. If you haven't already, you should check out our last episode of Dueling Tarot. We went over his reign, and so that's the first thing I'm going to look into, but we definitely covered that and a whole lot more in that video, so if you want to go check it out, please do. And let's get started on figuring out all sorts of things that are going to be happening under Charles's reign. So as I said, Dueling Tarot, we went over Charles's reign, but we'll just do a Major Arcana spread here. I'm using I think it's called the Tarot. It's a Major Arcana deck. And let's see what can we find out about Charles's reign. Okay. In the center, interesting, is the Sun card. That would be the theme of his reign, which is interesting. Sun can be seen as like, oh, happy days are here. It could also be like suns illuminating things that we thought were keeping in the darkness. We'll see as we continue on. Okay, so the major past struggle for him has been the Hermit. This is like Mummy or Mama. What does he call it? He's calling her Mama now. Mama. Being in the background all these years, you know, it's taken him how long to get to the throne. So he's just been kind of over here in the background, not the main one in charge. And his pivotal future event, High Priestess. You know, this is rather a creepy deck when you think about it. I know it's called Tarot, but you check this out. Imagine that's him with the Medusa hair. He's getting ready to lead his little evil legions moving forward. Like I said, I'm firmly convinced he's a part of the Eyes Wide Shut gang, and I'm not sure what kind of other, events, we'll call them, go on behind the scenes before we get ready to unleash him upon the world. I did recently find one of his speeches, videos, whatever, that he gave to the, Mother Weffers, the, World Economic Forum, talking about, continuing the agenda. And so there's that. But this speaks more to, the weird power that goes on behind the scenes. This stuff that people wouldn't be aware of or anything. So, okay. So it looks like he's getting ready to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight. Oh, now that's interesting. His overriding concern is the lovers. Interesting. So apparently he still has some concern here that Ms. Markle and his dim-witted ginger son could be stirring the pot and creating drama for him that he's not really in the mood for. Interesting. The emotional undercurrent. That's the Fool. I'm starting on a new journey, Mama. Now that you've gone over to the other side, Mama, here I am, just starting over all brand new. Got a new job. I can't be Camilla's tampon all the time. Oh, God. And if you think I'm being gross, he said it in a phone call, so don't at me. Okay. His unspoken fear is that he's going to not have the strength that he needs to do his job. Interesting. Weak leader, and he already feels it. Interesting. That's interesting. Here he is. He's all ready to get his little demonic minions ready to come, but I don't think he has the power he thinks he has. It's almost like he's already been neutered before he comes into power, which is interesting. He's already been neutered. Okay, so not much he's going to be doing, I guess. 7. He's definitely worried that everything's going to come crashing down. So he's already been neutered. He can't control it. Everything's going to come crashing down, which is very similar to what we got in our last Dueling Tarot episode. So this is not going good. Driving ambition, justice. Is he trying to avoid getting in trouble? Might be. But he's weak. He knows it's all going to come crashing down. He's trying to avoid getting in trouble. Eek. And his primary obstacle during his reign, however long or probably short it will be, is he's not going to be able to use all of his tools at his disposal to do whatever probably nefarious shit that he has on his mind, allegedly for entertainment purposes, tarot card reading people. Okay, so it's not looking good for the King of the Sausage Fingers. All right, let's then, I'm gonna go into, let's just look again. How does Charles's reign look like? What else can we know about it? Prince Charles's reign. Don't rain on my parade, Mummy. All right, let's see. Oh, there we go. Neutered, but wanting to, like, check out the big brain on Brad. He doesn't have a big brain. I'm not saying that, but it feels very much like, I think he thinks he's like one of the smartest people in the room, but he's not. And this feels too also very much of like, I've waited so long to get here, and I want to wield my power. He wants to, you know, swing his BDE all over town. Oh, there's problems. There's going to be some fighting. Oh. It's... This is like a man on an island. Oh, there's that judgment card again. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Something's going to come up here about him. I don't know if it's going to be the bags of money. I don't know if it's going to be who knows what it's going to be. There's some scandal here. This feels like it's some past scandal. Maybe it's here's the sun again. There's some type of past scandals coming up. And I think he's going to have to like do an address, and he's trying to tell the people like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that this is just our standard protocol, but in the future we're going to look more closely at shit. When people hand us bags of money, we're going to have to make sure that they, you know, do it properly. That's just how we're going to do things in the future. I stand with you, my loyal subjects. But again, breakup time. The sun is like shining a light on his shit. Yeah, underlying energy star. He's going to be in the spotlight, and it's not for good shit. He's not going to be in the spotlight because it's like, oh my gosh, look, he gave up all his like castles to take care of a world hunger or something. Nope, not that. He's not doing that. Okay, so, all right, looking great. I'm curious. I didn't have this question on my list, but I'm going to put it in there. What was Queenie's thoughts on him becoming king? Like, was she thinking like, oh, my little lizard son, you're going to do so well? Or was she like thinking, oh gosh, Philip was right, he's a dunce? I don't know if Philip thought he was a dunce, but I think Philip liked Anne better. But anyway, it doesn't matter. What did Queenie think Charles, how his reign was going to go? Was she like, I've prepared him well, or nothing we could do, he's just going to jack it up? God. There's that full energy. Well, yes, he's very well taken care of. Here comes the fool. He's gonna screw it up. He's gonna bungle it up somehow. Um, Interesting. It's almost like he's gonna come in and he's gonna bungle it up. He could have just sat there and did Jack Diddley, just like playing dress up and I don't know, counting their coins and winding all their clocks or something. He could have done that. Um, oh gosh, yeah, this is not good. She's like, he's gonna get exposed because he's been not keeping his hands clean in the back end. Um, and he's very full of himself. This very much like he's full of himself. He's kind of in a way like a not dangerous like, oh my gosh, Prince Charles is on the loose, hide your children, dangerous, but dangerous and like he doesn't think. Like there's no progression of thought with the logic and all of the, things that a leader needs. Uh he's just very full of himself and just yes, yes, let's do all this dumb shit and like I'm gonna jump off a cliff without a parachute. It'll work out. Oh, my gobbling turkeys they'll blow air onto my wings and I'll fly. Okay, there are lots of okay, again. He is she doesn't have high hopes. She doesn't have high hopes for his future. Nope, no high hopes for his future. She already sees it. People are going to be moving on from him. It's not going to last long. So Sherry knew he was not going to be in charge for long. Charles in charge, not for long. Okay. All sorts of he could have just if he would just live high off the hog, he could have been fine. But his secrets are going to be revealed. It's reminds me of like the criminals that talk and they talk too much and then eventually you hear something and it's like well, what, excuse me, what did you say? And oh yes, think you've been exposed. Shit's gonna come out about him and it's almost like will this doom the monarchy type energy. I think she was concerned that he doesn't know how to keep his dirty business under covers. He's not good enough at doing that. Even more so, it's almost like it's not just that he's not good at it. He doesn't know how to judge people and to know who to trust and who not to trust. That's his other issue. He makes alliances like with dumb people. Like not dumb people, but like stupid choice of making alliances with people. Like he just yeah, okay. Hence, we could look at Mr. Savile, the marriage counselor extreme that helped to guide him. That kind of stuff. Like he associates with stupid people. That's another thing that's not going to help him here. All sorts of shit's going to come out. He's gonna be done. Not good. People are going to be starting to tell shit. There's people already actively working against him. They're not good. No. But here he is, and it's almost like using his heavy sausage finger hands, trying to overpower the opposition forces, I guess we'll say, trying to do it, but it's almost like playing whack-a-mole. Stop, leave me alone, I'm gonna do this to you and do this to you and whatnot. Which is interesting because I think perhaps he's been doing that for a while. It's interesting. As soon as I was saying that, I got that flash of, remember when Fergie was in the hotel room getting paid to get access to Randy Andy. And, it's almost like he's been doing shady deals, and I think he's been able to under his mommy skirt, he's been able to wield a lot of power because of her influence. And I think that's where his problems go wrong. Like, even though he's king, this feels like he thinks he's got a lot more power. Obviously not. It shows that he's neutered, but he's got a lot of power here, and he's just still going to do the same old tricks he used to do, but it's not going to work. So mommy's like, she's not hoping for much. Queenie's like, meh. He's going to bungle it all up. Bungling bungler. All right. Now, back to my other things. Is Charles going to be able to move forward with the W to the E to the F? You know, their good old agenda. Is he going to be able to push that forward? You know, probably friends with Mr. Schwab. Is he going to be able to take an important role in pushing that forward? So, you know, we're all eating bugs and owning Jack's diddly shit, and we're oh so happy. I mean, I can't imagine. Future's already looking great. Anyhow, let's see. Is Charles going to be able to push that through? What? It, not in any meaningful way. It's almost like as a spokesperson. So, how interesting. This is like, he's going to continue to say the stuff. He's going to continue to, you know, let them eat bugs. Da da da, because we've got to save the world. Oh, yes. You don't need electricity. No. Well, only for certain things, but if you want it for other things, no. Essentially, I think he's a big ally to that Mother Weffer group. And he's still going to be a face for one of them to push out talking points. Back end, no. It's almost like they're wanting him to do things. He can't push through whatever deals it is that they want him to do on the back end. There's drama going on behind the scenes. He's neutered. Interesting. It's like almost like I was so ready to come forward and tell you, all you dumb little plebes, I was to share how strategic I was going to be about bringing around the greenness of everything. And you like got to leave it behind. Leaving it behind. Like go, no. He's jacked himself up, so he's not going to really be. He's not going to be he's not a major player. He's lip service, but he's not a major player. He can't get deals done behind the scenes. He's not in that position to push through anything that's to helping that nefarious group. So, no, out of luck. Thank God. All right. It looks like I already had a question with the king. Would the sins of the sausage finger king be revealed? Looks like it already, so we don't need that one. And then I had, will Camilla's royal tampon be king for long? Doesn't look like it. How much is Anne going to be influencing Charles? Let's see. How much is Anne going to be influencing Charles? Or, well, I'm sure she's already been, but how much of an influence is Anne on Charles? Oh. Okay, so part of this is he doesn't listen. I don't know, has anybody, I haven't really done like, I've only looked into Dirty Bird connections that he has. I haven't really looked into too much about him in terms of like, does he like not listen to wise advice? I mean, yes, he was asking Savile about getting advice from him, but in general, does he like solicit, or he gets advice, maybe unsolicited advice, and then he just discounts it like, ta-ta, I know better. If you know if he's that type of person, not that any of you guys actually know him, you know what I'm saying. If it's been written in a royal biography somewhere or something like that, let me know. But this is her. I think she's just gonna go live her fat cat lifestyle and do whatever she does, kind of like enjoying the retirement lifestyle. Okay? It's like she wants to continue the work of the parents, right? He is not interested. He has his own ideas. She sees that he just wants to do whatever the hell he wants to do. She thought maybe she could help be power behind the scenes or guide to him or something, but nope, she needs to move away from him. He's dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight. She thinks back to the old times and she's like, well, I'll be there to support him, but I cannot give him any strategic advice. There's too much heat on him, and he just seems to go, like, he always follows the wrong advice. He just always follows the wrong advice, and that's what's going to lead him into trouble, so that's why she wants to go live in Shady Pines. She don't want anything to, no. Okay, so Anne's being voted off, well, on her own. She doesn't want to be a part of that. Let's see. Charles is slimming down the monarchy. So, what happens to Eugenie and Beatrice? I think we asked this too on Dueling Tarot. I never can keep them straight. I don't know which one's which, and which one's the pulling shenanigans, and which one's like pulling less shenanigans. But we'll look at them as a unit. What's going to be happening with Beatrice and Eugenie? Oh, shit. Oh, I'm so glad I have my sneaky snacker box out for this one. Do-do-do-do. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to need a sip of tea. All right. So, sneaky snackers come to play. Okay. Oh, drama, drama, drama. Oh, they're going to be chasing coin. It looks like they're voted off of the island. That's definitely coming through. Doesn't mean you haven't heard the last of them. They still want to keep their royal connection alive or to profit off of it. So, kind of like, you don't own the word royal. Yeah. They are, it looks like they're going to be out. It looks like they are going to be, how do we say, you know, doing shady shit. I think they're going to sell stories. I think they're going to sell stories. Like, they still want to keep themselves here as, you know, royal adjacent, I guess you could say. They're going to be pissed because they're voted off the island here. But they're going to play games, continue to play games, sell stories, leaks. There's maneuvers behind the scenes. And it's very much like, if you don't appreciate what we can do for you, then you're going to get screwed. They're going to continue to do whatever deals, shady stuff, you know, Mama Fergie and Daddy Randy Andy have taught them. Okay. So, they're voted off the island and they're going to do shady shit. Alright, so that brings us over to Randy Andy. So it said, that came out Daily Mail a few days ago, that Charles helped Randy Andy by paying or loaning $7 million for Randy Andy to settle that lawsuit against you know, that girl. She's not a woman, but you know, Giuffre, you know who, good old Virginia. So that was supposed to be a loan, but I mean, was that the final straw of like, this is why you can't be a royal, Andy? You play with your teddy bears in your bed, and you just don't know when to quit when it comes to the ladies. So, Charles, Andy. Oh, damn. Time again for another sneaky snacker. There's all sorts of shady shit with those Yorks. Oh, golly. This is not... I don't see him bringing him in to the fold. However, he's not like voted off the island completely. Like it doesn't look like he's not a part of the family. I don't see him like dressing up in their costumes or whatever they're doing, wearing all the awards that they give to each other. I don't see him doing that, and I think he's got more trouble coming down the pike. However, I think it's almost that Charles will somehow, or maybe Queenie told him to, take care of him. So it's not like he's going to be, having to go like, I don't know, what job could he get? I mean, he probably could be like the concierge at a massage parlor or something. But beyond that, it's like he's going to take care of him. Oh, he's my brother. I have to take care of him. Like, he's taking care of him. But, and it's almost like if there's something that comes up and Andrew's like, oh, can I go help you do this? There's some work over here. I could go over and represent you. And it's like, nope, you can't. That's okay. No, maybe next time. Maybe next time. There's never a next time. I think he knows there's something else coming down the pike for his brother and his connections, because we got some no buenos coming here, and so he just keeps pushing him back. But he's just going to be retired into the background. I think he's allowed to show up at weddings and funerals and stuff like that, but he's not allowed to go out and be a face of the monarchy. No. It's like, oh, you're a much loved part of the family as you continue your life overseas. That kind of shit. All right. So, if Randy Andy's sort of kicked off the island. He's there and he's getting paid. Is Randy Andy going to start selling secrets, though? Because it looks like his daughters are about ready to blow and go sell secrets. But will Randy Andy be selling his secrets along with his ever-faithful companion Fergie by his side to show him how it's done? Although I'm sure he knows how it's done. Is Andrew going to be selling royal secrets? Interesting. It's not going to be him. I think this agreement to let him like live rent-free on the property, or live rent-free, basically you don't have to do any shit and you can just be, living, breathing, playing with your teddy bears. I don't think I think there's some part of the deal that he's not allowed to say anything. He's not allowed to partner up and get stories out. Maybe perhaps that's how they come out through the Beatrice Eugenie. Maybe that's how it's going to happen or something. But he has been blocked from selling stories. It's almost like if I hear one word, one story, and I can tie it back to you, you are cut off from the money, the family, your castle in the sky, you are cut off. It's interesting. It's I don't know. Charles has probably told him something like, Mummy might have been okay with a lot of your crap. I am not. You cannot bamboozle me. You are not my favorite sibling. You have to work back and earn my respect. Can you imagine? Oh, please, King Sausage Fingers. Please. I want to be your bestest brother, your loyal confidant. Yeah. And I think, too, he might be getting into, I don't know, he's ordering too many of his teddy bears online, and there's going to be some, like, his posh lifestyle he's going to be living with Charles funding it is actually going to be still downgraded, but he's not out in the cold. He can still come to breakfast in the castle and have his breakfast served to him, and people bow at him and whatnot, but his, American Express Black Card's been cut off, so I'm not quite sure what shady other deals he's going to be trying to do to make money, but he can't sell the royal secrets. He's going to have to do some other stuff, which I'm sure he's already got lined up. Let's see. Charles, are you removing the titles? I think we got to when we're talking about Undueling Tarot, there is something that comes into Parliament. It's October maybe, talking about they have to pass something so then royals can remove titles and whatnot. So let's just ask it from this. Does Charles want to remove the titles from Harry and Meghan? Because as far as I know, I don't think it's just a up to them type thing. Even though they bestow the titles, it's a whole, God only knows. Doesn't matter. You don't own the word royal. All right. Oh, damn it. Whew. So if you're new here, and this third time you're seeing me put in paying my sneaky snacker tax, at the end of the year, I'm going to count it up, and we're going to donate money to a nice charity, an honorable charity, a charity that does good work. Okay. But every time the sneaky snacker comes up, somebody's pulling some shit. All right, so it's interesting. This is interesting because it's very much they've got something on him, and it's almost to him, Charles, where he doesn't want to like poke the bear. He doesn't want to poke the bear too much. And for him, he's kind of like, whatever, let him have the titles, William. But William's over here just like, no, don't let him have the titles. They're shitheads and they're damaging the monarchy. Looks like here Charles just kind of like, they've got shit on him. And he's tiptoeing around. He doesn't necessarily want to poke the bear. This feels like I'm going to let Parliament say what they're going to say. But the snakes have got me. They've got me by my sausage fingers. And it's looking like, man, this doesn't even say, like, I don't think he wants to do it until he's like pushed to do it. He doesn't really want to get rid of their titles. Like, I know he made a speech where he said Harry and Meghan, and he didn't talk about their titles. It's almost like if he can, here's his daddy card and trying to come in here and be a good daddy. There's so much family trouble here. But he knows they've got him by the short and curlies. I think he's hoping that he doesn't have to make a decision. That this shit'll just work itself out. Like, either the wife will leave Harry, or Harry becomes useless and comes back home. Whatever the case is, I think he's just hoping that it's just going to work out. I don't think he doesn't want to get tangled up in that. He's hoping that there's other options that are coming available to him so he doesn't have to. Interesting. I don't think he actually wants to, because, they might tell what they know. And he doesn't want them to tell what they know, which is what Harry knows and that she would blab, but you know what I'm saying. So it looks like, not to say that it won't happen, he just don't want to do it. He just does not want to do it. So I'm just curious. How much is Charles listening? That'll be our last question. How much is Charles listening to William? Coming very much into a business relationship. It's interesting. It feels kind of like, here's my wise advisor. like, I think he does, like, he takes a lot of William's input. Um, he listens to things that William has to say. There's a problem though, because he doesn't seem, and I haven't made up my mind on William yet, if he's a good, the good side, dark side. I think he's kind of waiting to, hoping the whole Eyes Wide Shut crew thing just goes away so he doesn't have to join their gang full on. But I'm not quite sure. He could still be totally on the Eyes Wide Shut side. Not sure. However, he's very much has some other type of moral compass, even if he's speaking the words of the Mother Weffers. He has more of a compass, and he has a better lock on the emotions of the, the plebes, and he sees things a little bit more clearly than the King of the Sausage Fingers. The King of the Sausage Fingers takes his advice, but it doesn't help him make a decision, because I think he looks at it like, "But I'm the father. He is the child. What does he know?" I think he tries to bring in William's advice, and he does listen to it from time to time, but more often than not, he's more willing to shoot himself in the foot because he thinks he's like the, check out the big brain on Brad. He thinks he's like the smartest guy in the room. He has access to all these advisors, and he has a better grasp. I think he feels like he's a better statesman, and it's based not necessarily saying that William doesn't have the possibility, but he's had all these extra years on William, so he's a better statesman. So, okay, whatever. Anyway, so that is that reading. Since Queenie's gone on over to the other side, the next reading I'm going to do, we're going to look into the politicians and how they're feeling about Queenie going on over to the other side, and what they're thinking about King of the Sausage Fingers. And if you like videos like this, but ones where I don't have to talk all in code, you can join me in the Moon Moth Manor at my website, AlyciaWicker.com. Come over and join us. Check out the videos that are there. And if you haven't yet, give this video a like. And I will see you next time. Adios.